Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to demystify the unwritten rules of home heating and cooling. Now, if you live in Worthington, Ohio, you already know our homes have a ton of character, right? But with that character comes some very specific climate and structural hurdles. So we're opening up the Worthington Homeowners HVAC Survival Guide. Let's paint a picture. Your furnace quits at exactly 2 a.m. in mid-January. Or your AC completely dies during a massive summer heat wave. Or maybe your heat pump sounds like it's literally grinding itself to death. Look, we've all felt that visceral, sinking panic when our system decides to fail at the absolute worst possible moment. But today, we're going to learn exactly how to predict and survive these disasters before they leave you freezing in the dark or, sweating through July. So here's our roadmap for today's explainer. We're looking at surviving Ohio's extreme seasons, Worthington's unique home challenges, warning signs of failure, essential rules for homeowners, a sizing and replacement guide, and finally, the Grand HVAC solution. Let's get right into it. Section 1, Surviving Ohio's Extreme Seasons. Okay, so the Ohio climate is honestly the main reason your system is working overtime. Just look at this massive swing. On one side, winter temperatures are regularly dropping below 20 degrees, which forces your furnace and heat pump into constant operation, from December all the way through February. And then, flip to summer. Humidity climbs above 70% with temperatures pushing up into the low 90s, forcing continuous AC cycles just to keep the house livable. It's like a mechanical tug of war. The strain from this extreme pendulum swing puts an incredible amount of wear and tear on your equipment.
Moving on to Section 2, Worthington's Unique Home Challenges.
Now, this is really fascinating because your specific location actually dictates your HVAC problems. For instance, whether you're dealing with basement moisture and original, say, 40-year-old leaky ductwork in a historic Village Green or old Worthington home, or maybe you live in a newer build over in Rush Run or Proprietors Park. Those newer homes require precise maintenance to keep those high-efficiency SEER ratings intact. And hey, if you're near the Olentangy River, you're battling higher humidity that heavily strains your dehumidifier. Oh, and those gorgeous tree-lined streets we all love? They drop a massive canopy of leaves and cottonwood debris that can completely clog your outdoor condenser units twice a year. So yeah, these hyper-local factors are secretly destroying your system if you aren't paying close attention. Which brings us to Section 3, Warning Signs of Failure. Here's a fantastic question that comes up all the time, and I gotta admit, it sounds totally contradictory at first, right? Why is my AC freezing up? I mean, ice actually forming on an air conditioner during a sweltering 90-degree summer day? No way, right? But it happens. The top culprits for frozen coil usually boil down to an airflow or refrigerant issue. It could be something as simple as dirty air filters restricting airflow or maybe blocked or undersized return vents. It could also be a low refrigerant charge, which points to a leak, or even a failed blower motor. But here's the absolute crucial takeaway. A simple, cheap, dirty filter can actually cause ice to form. That blocks cooling completely and can permanently damage your highly expensive compressor if you just ignore it. All right. Section 4, Essential Rules for Homeowners. Okay, first up is the 3-minute rule. This is a vital rule to prevent compressor damage. You absolutely need to wait at least 3 minutes before restarting an AC unit after it shuts off. Why? Well, it allows the internal refrigerant pressures to equalize. If you quickly flip the thermostat on and off, you're forcing the compressor to start against incredibly high pressure. That heavily strains the motor and drastically shortens its lifespan. So give it a minute, or, well, 3. Now, this next formula is a real game changer because it takes all the emotion out of a major repair bill. We call it the $5,000 rule. It's a brilliant little financial formula. If your HVAC system is over 10 years old, you just multiply the quoted repair cost by the age of the unit. If that number exceeds $5,000, replacing it actually makes more financial sense than repairing it. So, for example, let's say you've got a $600 fix on a 12-year-old furnace. Well, 600 times 12 hits $7,200 on this scale. That means it's time to replace it. Seriously, $5,000. Burn this number into your memory right now. Keeping this threshold in your back pocket prevents you from throwing good money at a failing, inefficient unit that's already been stressed to the absolute limit by multiple brutal Worthington winters. Section 5, Sizing and Replacement Guide. Getting your system size right is absolutely critical. To put things into perspective, a 1,200 square foot home generally needs a 1.5 to 2-ton system. Move up to, say, 2,000 square feet, and you're going to need a 2.5 to 3-ton system. And for a large 4,000 square foot home, you're looking at a massive 4 to 5-ton system, or maybe even 2 separate units for proper zoning.
This sizing is crucial because an oversized system will just short cycle and completely fail to remove humidity, which leaves your house feeling totally clammy. But on the flip side, an undersized system will run constantly, never quite cooling the house, and it's going to drive your energy bills through the roof. And looking at the lifespan of your investment, timing is everything. Year 0 is your installation with proper load calculations. Fast forward to year 10, and your system enters the threshold where that $5,000 rule we just talked about starts to apply. By year 15, honestly, you really need to start budgeting for replacement because this is exactly when cheaper builder-grade units typically fail. Year 20, that's the absolute maximum lifespan reached with premium systems. And the truth is, regular annual maintenance is the only thing that actually gets you across that 20-year finish line. Also, when you do have to replace it, timing is the whole shebang. The best time to buy? Spring and fall. Contractors have lighter schedules, dates are flexible, and manufacturers are often running great promotions. The worst time? Peak summer and winter. Extreme weather creates pure desperation, spikes demand, and commands premium emergency rates. Please, whatever you do, don't be the homeowner forced into a desperation purchase during a July heatwave. Plan your replacement during those shoulder seasons.
Section 6. The Grand HVAC Solution.
So when looking at their service process, the team at Grand HVAC Columbus utilizes a really straightforward, no-nonsense approach. Step 1, you schedule service, and a technician is dispatched with exactly the right tools. Step 2, they give you an honest diagnosis and clear pricing upfront, without any of that unnecessary upselling or pressure. And Step 3, thorough operational testing and guaranteed work. They make absolutely sure they're diagnosing the root cause and not just putting a Band-Aid on a symptom so you aren't calling them back a week later.
But what really stands out here is their capability. Grand HVAC Columbus provides 24/7 emergency response and completes most repairs in a single visit. How? Well, because their technicians live and work right in the Columbus area, and they actually stock the most common parts for all major brands right in their trucks. That means they can get your house back to a livable temperature on the very first visit. No waiting around for 3 days for a part to ship while you freeze.
So, I'll leave you with this final thought. Are you going to wait for the next freezing January night to find out if your system can survive another season? Don't leave it to chance. Take control of your home's comfort today. Apply the 3-minute and $5,000 rules we've talked about. Pay close attention to those early warning signs, and do not let extreme weather dictate your wallet. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and stay comfortable out there.